Hi everyone, it has been a long time. Ever since I made the two videos last summer, I've been completely disappeared from the media. And I have a good reasoning for that. During this time period, a lot has happened. It has affected all of us individually and collectively. And there were also some of my own personal circumstances that did not let me make the video ideally. But that being said, I finally have gotten a chance. I'm in college now, and then I have some free times. I was reading this book, Prelude to Philosophy. I got some ideas from this book, and then I felt like sharing with all of you. Now, we know in philosophy there are a lot of principles of reasoning, there are logic of laws, and so on. But today I want to specifically talk about the deductive reasoning. There is another reasoning called inductive reasoning, and inductive reasoning sharply contrasts with the deductive reasoning. So I'll talk about deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning goes from general to particular, and inductive reasoning, on the other hand, goes from particular to general. So in deductive reasoning, the most important thing is the premise. If your premise is true, if your premise is accepted, then your conclusion must be accepted. I'll give you an example of a correct deductive reasoning. All the boys who are under the age of 18 are great at playing soccer. Sam happens to be 17 years old, therefore Sam is great at playing soccer. Now this is correct deductive reasoning because the premise, as I said, is the key thing. And the premise, which is also known as the declarative statement, and it declares that something to be true. It makes an exclusive claim. That is why it is very important. And it's saying that all of the boys who are under the age of 18 are great at playing soccer. And Sam happens to be in that category. Sam is 17 years old. Therefore, Sam is great at playing soccer. This conclusion necessarily follows from the premise, and it is a valid deductive reasoning. And now I will tell you a bad example of deductive reasoning. Most of the girls under the age of 18 are great at playing basketball. Selena happens to be 17 years old, therefore Selena is great at playing basketball. Now you may feel like this example and the earlier example is very similar. It does sound like they are similar, but I can tell you this example that I just used is an invalid one. It's a bad example of deductive reasoning. On the first example that I used, the declarative statement started with all the boys. And this example started with most girls. So it's saying most girls are great at playing basketball. Now, Selena could be in that category, could be not. The declarative sentence in this example is not guaranteeing the second premise, which is Selena is great at playing basketball. The first premise never said all the girls are great at playing basketball. If it had, then this deductive reasoning would be correct. Since it's not, and Selena is in that category but does not fit with the given first premise, the conclusion is invalid. Therefore, the deductive reasoning is also invalid. So this was a very quick and basic explanation of deductive reasoning. On my next video, I'm gonna bring inductive reasoning and then some other laws of logic and so on. I thank you for watching it.